I'm going to do the video tonight because I'm not going to be here for Saturday night, and I'm going to be taking Jaden to Clemson because he's starting Clemson. So I'm going to do it tonight, and I hope on Saturday nights I'm going to continue my entrepreneur trail of teaching people step by step, little baby steps on how to be an entrepreneur. I don't know why it matters, but for some reason I feel like what people drink creates a lot of their personality. This is organic white tea. It's a little weaker than green tea, and someday when I'm dead and gone and my grandkids are looking back, all these different drinks I drink, maybe they'll know a little something about me. So, maybe that's going to be important. This particular one is going to be short. After watching 36 hours of Money Revealed, which is the video series about how to get rich, there's 3 segments that stick out in my mind, and I'm doing this very candid and very spontaneous because I feel like some of them can be candid and spontaneous, and some of them can be more planned and rehearsed. You can do it any way you want, but this is me talking to you, in a sense, selling you my ideas. And so the first thing that I learned on Money Reveals, and that's a really good way to invest, is land. The second one is investment, to invest. And the third one is marketing. And the internet is one gigantic market, and I've been in a market all my life. And so land, invest, and market. And so when you're trying to decide how you're going to get rich as an entrepreneur, those are the 3 that really stuck out in my mind. And under those categories had different topics that I can remember. And if you can remember it, it's probably something that's beneficial because it's stuck in your mind. After 36 hours, these are some small things that I remember. In land, you can buy and sell and try and make a profit, and you can't buy it. You have to wait 6 months and hold on to it before you can sell it because of tax purposes, to really not get burned on the taxes. But after 6 months you can sell it. So you can buy and sell, and then you can do rentals. And Robert, what's the guy's name? Robert
Kiyosaki
rent rentals, which of course is what we inherited, 77 rentals, so shoot me in the head. But anyway, I've sold a lot of them. So anyway, rentals are very, very difficult. You have tenants, and then buying and selling is a blast if you can really get a good deal and you have money to invest. And then to invest, that is things like the stock market, gold and silver, things like that, bonds, silver, bonds. And that's another thing that they were really heavy about, blockchain. And what is the other one? Crypto money?
Cryptocurrency.
Because in other countries, they're starting to move money privately so that you don't have to pay the credit card difference, and that's investing. And then a market. In a market, the internet is my choice because I don't want to go back down to a public market because there's not one near me, and because the internet is such a great market, and all of us know that. So in the course of being an entrepreneur, in my opinion, these are the 3 that really stuck out to me, was do something with land, invest, or do a market. Now, hypothetically pretending that we've all made our million in something that we've invested in. Because for those of you who aren't interested in this and are already comfortable, have enough money that you need, maybe you've decided you don't even need money because you're drinking and you're doing some drugs, and that's just really a good life for you. And I know a lot of people like that they don't really need money because they're already strung out on something, and so they're just hanging out, like just substance abuse, whatever. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but some of your grandkids might not want to go that route, and so you should at least have the responsibility to say, hey, you don't want to do drinking and drugging, and you want to just make sure that you're doing something on this list or something on your own, because you can sell your own product marketing. I just prefer network marketing because I don't want to have to make the product or ship the product. If you go into Amazon, which is very alluring, you will have to set up your distributing, which is through Alibaba or some crazy third world party, which we did that about 2 years ago and got ripped off on the website on my debit card, dealing with Alibaba in a third world country, trying to have I think we were doing some kind of clothing company or selling some cool scarves or something like that, but that was a train wreck. So anyway, I won't go back into that, and I'll do it through a structure like a network marketing structure. So the next thing is, assuming that we're all millionaires and we just want to know what to do with our money, because in a sense I think that's really motivating of why you need $1 million, because what you want to do. So yesterday we went to Hilton Head, and this is their magazine for Hilton Head this month. It's called Pink. You can look it up, pinkprobably.com, Hilton Head, to find out who this artist is. But I think he's extraordinary, and I read his article in here. And at Hilton Head, we were going to Hilton Head because we looked up the top 10 most healthy restaurants in South Carolina, and Hilton Head had some name with a rooster on it, which was, we're not impressed by that. And we ended up going by the other place, and it was in a country club, and we were not dressed for a country club to go to a place called the Carolina Room in Hilton Head. Ginger did tell me that none of them were organic. They were just considered healthy, farm-to-table type, nutritious. So I was not into that. So we ended up, once again, where I always go, in Beaufort at a place called the Fish Camp, which wasn't organic. It was really crazy, over the top, a beautiful view with the shrimp boats. But anyway, the point to all this with this video is that once you've made your million and you have money and you're just trying to figure out what to do, I think it's interesting to know that about 3/4 of this beautiful magazine, this pink magazine, is what people do that are rich. The number one thing they do is anything to keep them from sitting still. They want to go on a helicopter ride, they want to go on a jet boat, they want to go on any moving thing. It's crazy. There's so many ways you can be moving and never have to sit still in Hilton Head. And the coolest one was to take a boat to Savannah and then spend the day in Savannah, then take the boat back. Horseback riding, anything that makes you move, rich people like to keep moving. So the other thing is the majority of the magazine was broken down into how to look good. Vanity is the baby boomers' key word. I don't know if our grandkids will end up like that, but I can honestly say that people want to look good, and these are some of the things that were in there. Skin, how to make your skin beautiful. Eyes, how to make your weight the right weight. Healthy living, however you spell that. And then they had products for skin. Lots of really nice, especially around Bluffton, really nice products. That was kind of one of my favorite ones, looking at the products. And then they had seminars that were expensive. They were like $100 to go to a seminar to learn about weight and eyes and skin and healthy living. So this is just a magazine full of what healthy people, spas, oh my gosh, facials. There was a girl named Ginger and Kay Lynn, that you could get a acne facial or an anti-aging facial. And I really think we might go there.
I thought you were kidding.
No, I wasn't kidding. It's in the book. So anyway, all of these things, if you see what they have in common, other than moving around, which I think the men are doing most of the moving around, the girls, while the men are out moving around, the women are trying to find somewhere that they can look better. And so if you notice, and I'm doing this video to connect the dots, that if you're trying to find a customer, all of these people have money, and all these people want to spend money. And a customer has to have money and has to want to spend money. So when you go back to the beginning, right here, we got to go back to the beginning, and you're trying to figure out what business to go into. Nobody wants to talk about land. So in order to go into land, you have to have some kind of capital or interest or knowledge about going into land. Not that it's a bad business. In order to invest, I know that when my dad died, he had kept a rollover IRA since 1969. It was worth like millions of dollars. We all got the dividend from it, and every one of us, I think, have spent it and cashed it out, which we all should have saved it. For me, at the subprime mortgage collapse, I was building a house in Manning, and I had to cash all mine out, and it had depreciated by 50% because the tax, the market had dropped really. It was like 2008. So anyway, I lost my butt investing and really got burned on it, and I gave Davis an IRA. I don't even know if she kept it as a gift. So anyway, this is like so inactive that I think people really, unless you're really into investing, which is a good thing, that a lot of people just don't get into it because they can't really see it. And in my case, I really blew it with my dad's thing. He had invested. Anyway, the market right here, what I'm doing right now is just like being at the downtown Charleston market, that I'm talking to you about something that I am trying to sell to you, which is the idea of taking care of yourself and taking care of your kids via picking one of these things to invest in, just baby steps. Now this one right here, network marketing, is what everybody knows that I'm recommending. So network marketing. When you go back to the other list, what do you think would be a popular product for network marketing? I'm thinking something to do with how women look, because women like to spend money on that. And the other thing is, I'm going to wrap it up, is if you go to the top 10 things, there's your TV, your phone screen, and pull it up, your top 10 network marketing businesses that are the most successful, making the most money. And you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 have to do with women being good looking, and men. They're either for vitamins, vitamin companies where people are going to be better looking, or they're for skincare products. The number one is a skincare product, and I'm not sure the name, but it's actually skin care. Number 3 is, what's it called?
doTERRA?
doTERRA is an essential oils company that stole the idea from Young Living, and one of the guys ran with it, and now they're even bigger than Young Living. And then Young Living is number 5. So every one of these, and you don't have to take my opinion, you can look it up, the top 10 networking businesses. And so when you look right there, you'll see that that is the key thing, is if you're going to sell something, even if you just ditch everything I say to you, and you're just going through the rest of the day thinking, I'd really like to sell something, or I'd really like to expand my business, or I'd really like to figure out what business to go into. So anything that makes a woman feel good and look good is going to be a sure thing, absolutely. And I'm going to be, after I get back from Clemson, I'm going to be doing another little follow-up, and I just hope that if nothing else sticks, to pick out that this is the very best one, unless you want to be like a gambler or a long, patient person in investment, or if you know something about land, because land can be a little bit tricky if you don't know anything. So check out network marketing and check out that list of the top 10 network marketing businesses.